individual choice in America. Choice in America. So, why am I speaking to you about things like investment in RPAC, commitment to principles and practices of the real estate philosophy? Because most of you, I'll bet over 90% are already invested in RPAC, have already contributed to your association, and committed your involvement on a volunteer basis. I do it, well, maybe best as an example. How many have had or have kids in high school? Yeah, okay. So, me too. My three went to a parochial school. And if anybody here has ever sent their children to a religious-based school, they'll recognize that there are fees beyond public school investment, your taxes. And if you're involved in a parochial setup, like my kids were, you'll also recognize that whatever you pay as tuition is only the beginning. So there was a guy, his name was Brother Kevin. He was a headmaster, Marist brother. Marist brothers, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Catholic religion, are very close to Gestapos. They have a focus that is very difficult to break away from. And that's where the kids went. Brother Kevin was the best fundraiser I ever met in my entire life. He would never ask you to do anything where he didn't lay out the benefits for your children. Hey, I need $150,000 collectively. I need $150,000. We're going to build a new computer room. Your kids are going to have an advanced opportunity to learn and operate technology on a first-hand basis. It'll give them a better opportunity for new jobs and to get in college as well. Hey, we need $1.5 million. We're going to build a brand new gym because the total education experience doesn't just incorporate what you learn, it's a physical experience as well, and an intermingling of the relationships that you build. And he would buttonhole you at every opportunity. So that even if you gave, and he saw you on the street, he would say, "Hey, Mo, what do you got? 5, 10, 20, whatever you got's fine with me." And that's the way he was. So one night I was at a student-teacher. How many of you have been that student-teacher thing where the kids are running all around and the teachers are sort of talking to you? And I'm talking to one or two folks, and I see Brother Kevin down the hall, about where Jack is. And I know he's walking my way. And I'm beginning to feel a little uncomfortable. So I did a bad thing. I turned around and started speaking to the wall in hopes that he wouldn't recognize me. And he walked by me, and he didn't hit me up for money. He was hitting everybody else up for money, but he didn't hit me up for money. And he walked by me and down about 3 or 4 or 5 steps. And I went, "Phew, I got away with it." And then I started to think, you know what? Well, why didn't he stop me? Have I made him mad? Did my kids do something bad? Is he upset with me? And I turned around. Now listen to this. I turned around. It's a true story. And I said, "Hey, Brother Kevin." He turned around and looked me square in the eye. And he said, "Hey, Mo, you got 20 bucks? Let me tell you what we're doing." The reason I tell you that story is simply this, that while you're invested in the philosophy of both RPAC and the investment in the broker program, and you understand the value of being able to transfer real property without undue interference, that it is your responsibility, each and every one of you, not just to be investors in the program, but to proselytize the program to people who are not invested in the program. I'll bet you $1 to a donut that everybody in this room, if I asked you how you first got involved, would say the same thing. You'd say, somebody asked me, personally asked me to get involved. I respected that individual. I thought that individual was the right person to do it, and so I did it without any question. Russ asked me to get involved, and so I did it because I respected him. The next time you got asked, you recognized the value. But that first time was ever so important because Bonnie asked you to get involved. That first time was ever so important. And if you pass a day, now listen to me, if you pass a day paying the insurance on your car, the insurance on your house, the medical on your children and your spouse, and you don't invest in trying to find other folks who recognize the value of keeping your own business open, then you have let down your principals and you've let down the folks in the room around you. You have to be that aggressive.